Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you one of my favorite dishes. It's a starter which I like to serve for a summer lunch or a beautiful summer supper al fresco. And I've been lucky enough to go to the very glamorous beach restaurant called Club 5 in the south of France a number of times. And each time I've been there, we've ordered this incredible crudité dish that they are famous for. As do most people in the restaurant at lunchtime, it seems. Now this is not your common or garden crudité, and I'll tell you what makes this different is not only the glamorous origins, but also the gorgeous presentation. And you don't serve it with your average mayo dip. You serve it with a beautiful French dressing. And this is my take on their French dressing. I have no idea what they actually use. And now I'm going to show you how to make that dressing. And I'll tell you that I'm only going to do this once. So if I screw up, just grin and bear it. Bear with me, because I'm not going to throw these beautiful ingredients down the sink one more time today. Right, so here we go. The pressure's on. It's like live TV. I'm going to start with 1/4 cup of sherry vinegar, or if you don't have sherry vinegar, white wine vinegar is perfectly fine. To that, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, very French. About a tablespoon of finely chopped shallots. Also a tablespoon of chopped up tarragon. Now, if you don't have tarragon, thyme is equally as good in this dish. Pinch of salt, very important to season your dressing. Good few grinds of pepper. I'm going to mix all of this up. And to this, I'm going to very slowly add 3/4 of a cup of very good extra virgin olive oil. Now you might want to add it a little slower in reality than what I'm doing here, because you really want it to be well emulsified, and the slower you add it, and the quicker you whisk it, the better it's going to be. Okay, so there we go. Now it's a great idea to make this maybe about an hour ahead of time, let it sit on the table, because you want all these beautiful flavors to meld and really taste great. Don't put it in the fridge though. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour my dressing into a lovely little serving bowl that's good enough for the table when we're ready to serve this dish. Put that aside. And we are ready to build our beautiful platter of vegetables. Now this is where you can have some fun, be creative. Okay. Now I've chosen a gorgeous stainless steel platter. You can choose any platter. Beautiful china or porcelain. And this dish is gorgeous when it's served in a rustic setting. In a beautiful wooden platter or even baskets on a picnic table. Look fantastic. So just let your imagination run. Let me clear some of this away so that it looks better. Now, to the fun part. I'm going to start with a few heads of broccoli. And what I will suggest is that you use organic vegetables. Not only is it better for the planet, they're going to taste so much better too. I'm going to put a beautiful head of cauliflower in the middle. Let's see, how's that going to look? Hide the little brown spot on there. I've got some great color in the form of a red, an orange, and a yellow pepper. Let's put that in behind, build a little height into it. Every presentation always looks better when there's a little bit of height. Now I've got my carrots which are peeled, but I've left a little of the greenery on them so that they look great. And I'm going to have them sort of hanging over the platter too, just for a bit more of an interesting look. Okay, another great French addition to a crudité dish like this is radishes. They like their radishes in France. So I'm going to put some beautiful radishes. Obviously everything's nicely washed and ready to eat, just like this. Next thing, I've got some gorgeous white button mushrooms here. I love mushrooms in this dish. They just taste so good with the French dressing. And the last thing I'm going to do is put in some beautiful cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes. And I'm going to just really fill all the holes on the platter with them. Let them just fall wherever they want to. As long as they're, there we go. And there it is. There's our platter of veggies. Now I'm going to take it to the table, and when I get there, I'm going to explain a little bit about how this dish is actually eaten. So I'll see you there. All right, so here's our beautiful vegetable platter. And a little secret ingredient that I forgot to tell you about in addition to this dish, they always serve boiled eggs with this dish at Club 5. There's our beautiful dressing. And I always make sure everybody has a sharp knife around the table and a plate. And everybody can just take the sharp knife, hackle a piece of vegetable, fill their plate up, and pour the dressing over top. Grab an egg, and you're ready to go. Now this dish is a starter, of course, because what I would do after this is just serve a very simple steak with some pommes frites, or what about salmon and some mashed potatoes. That way you don't have to worry about all the side dishes because everyone's had their vegetables and you don't need a salad. It's just such a simple, easy thing to serve. And the other thing I'm going to serve with it is a little French rosé, as they do at Club 5. So don't mind if I have a little toast. Cheers. I hope you make this dish and enjoy it this summer. See you later.